Welcome to another edition of Shelby This Week. Here's what we have in store for you. A new amenity here in Shelby Township is now open and will surely be used a lot this summer. We have all the details on the Jean Shepherd Park splash pad. The Shelby Township District Court will be constructed before you know it. See how the construction process is coming along. We have an update on the 23 dogs which were seized from a Shelby Township home a month ago. We have all these stories and more coming up on this edition of Shelby This Week. With years of meetings and discussions, this new feature in Shelby Township will surely be a highlight for children and families for years to come.
Big day for the people of Shelby Township and their kids because, the splash pad is open.
Jean Shepherd Park is now home to Shelby Township's splash pad. This concept is very popular in many municipalities across Michigan. It's a great way to cool down on a hot day. This idea was developed with the help of residents.
We take those surveys every year, and one of the top 10 things that people have been asking for is this splash pad, and it's a great feature. They're not very expensive. You can't drown in one, and it's just something that moms and dads from Shelby they pay taxes here, so why not? We've got all the budgets balanced, so now we can focus on these quality of life things, and you can bring your kids or your grandkids here and enjoy our community.
The project didn't just happen overnight. It took ideas from many different groups of people.
It has really been a team effort from day one with the Board of Trustees who helped us, find money for this so we didn't have to pay out of the general fund, the private donors that stepped up, and the Parks and Rec Committee, of which I'm the liaison. They worked like crazy over the last couple of years, researching, coming back with recommendations from different parks in the area, and really putting the effort in to make this thing happen today.
We started working on Jean Shepherd Park, which is where we're standing right now, several years ago. And we recommended all of the stuff that you see behind me right here. But the crown jewel of this park is this splash park. And there's not a lot of them, throughout the metropolitan area. So we're trying to get Shelby to be the best place that it can possibly be from a recreational standpoint.
The splash pad will be open every day, weather permitting, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. All residents from Utica and Shelby Township are invited to utilize the splash pad. Admission is $2 per child, or families can buy an annual pass for $25. For a full list of rules and other information about the park, it is available online at shelbytwp.org/splashpad. Amazon coming to Shelby Township is a pretty big deal, and if you drive by the corner of 23 Mile and Mountain Road, you may have noticed just how quickly the building is coming together. We have an exclusive look at the exterior and a little bit of the interior of Amazon. Back in January, our cameras took you right on the grounds of Amazon. Construction crews were hard at work putting up the steel structure. Fast forward a few months and we now have a building.
Oh, this is a testimony actually to the private sector and public sector. Private sector being Hillwood Enterprises and Amazon. They have just been a delight to work with, and of course you got the public sector, the state of Michigan, the county, and Shelby Township. And because of this partnership, well, you can see we've got a building here of about 1 million square feet, which is the equivalent of about 15 football fields.
The importance of this new business is the opportunity for employees to utilize all that Shelby Township has to offer.
People will be buying gas and be using our restaurants, and hopefully be renting and buying housing, and we're looking forward to all of that happening. It's actually very exciting for our Board of Trustees. As I said, cleaning this property up has always been a primary objective. But we really never envisioned 1,100 jobs coming to our community, and we really never thought anything about that. We just wanted to get the property cleaned up, but we didn't have $9.1 million to invest. And you know, a lot of people I think get confused with the abatement that we have with Amazon is only for Shelby Township, the county and state of Michigan. But Utica Community Schools, the Detroit Institute of Arts, and many other entities, government entities, are getting their money immediately. So it is going to be a very good tax benefit for government entities, and of course, meanwhile, Shelby Township will have a piece of property that's remediated. We're happy to make the investment.
Remember to stay with Shelby this week as we will continue to follow the progress of Amazon. Construction crews broke ground last month, and so far the construction process for the Shelby Township 41A District Court is going pretty fast. The new building is located right next door to the police department, on the campus off of Van Dyke and 24 Mile. The excitement of the new court has been years in the making. Since this board has been in office, it has been a top priority for them to get this done for the residents of Shelby Township.
It's interesting that now I see the walls going up and it's becoming a reality. Up until then, you know, you never knew what would happen or if it would go through, but now we're really pleased that we're seeing the progress being made on the building and the walls going up. So we're very pleased, and it's very important for the court and for the community to have a safe facility, a facility that meets the needs of the court users. You know, let's face it, people come in to pay tickets, and we want to have a safe place for them to do so and make sure that there's space for people to meet, people to talk to their attorneys, and to keep litigants away from each other so that there's no dangerous situations. And all of those needs can be met in this new building, so we're very pleased about that.
And while the dream is becoming a reality, the building process is making headway and actually going at a very quick speed.
Mr. Doug Wozniak, who's chairing this committee, is telling me it's not only on time, but on budget, if not under budget. This is going to be a nice court, $5.2 million. I think the best news is that we're building this court as well as a new senior center, a new library. We're going to have a $2 million expansion to the police department. And all this is going to happen this year and next year, and taxes are not going up, not one penny. And we are paying cash for everything.
The 18,000 square foot building is scheduled to be finished at the end of this year. In April, 23 dogs were evacuated from a home here in Shelby Township. Through a search warrant from the Shelby Township Police Department, the Macomb County Animal Control rescued 23 golden doodles and miniature poodles from the residential home. The unkept dogs were found in small crates in the family's living room. Last week, the couple Jackie and Joseph Wagner appeared in 41A District Court on counts of abandonment and cruelty to an animal. After the court hearing, the couple signed over all but 2 of the dogs to the Macomb County Animal Control. This past weekend, the dogs were given to rescue groups, and from there will be adopted out to homes. For the past several weeks, animal control officers have been providing for the animals and giving them the necessary care. One local groomer stepped up and groomed all the dogs at no cost. Macomb County Animal Control Chief Jeff Randazzo estimates the overall cost of care for these animals since they were brought into the shelter cost taxpayers $26,000. If you have any questions on the situation, contact Macomb County Animal Control at 586-469-5115. Still ahead on Shelby this week, the Shelby Township Police Department welcomed a new officer and promoted 3 to sergeants. Macomb County has been celebrating their bicentennial all year, and this upcoming event is sure to be a highlight. Memorial Day was honored in the township with the annual ceremony at the Veterans Memorial. Stay with us because there is still more ahead.
Mom. Dear. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
The Shelby Township Police Department welcomed 1 new officer and promoted 3 patrol officers to sergeant.
Congratulations, thank you.
The ceremony gathered family, friends, as well as members of the Shelby Township Board of Trustees. Officers Hogan, Dowdy, and Heisler were all promoted to sergeant roles, and Officer Retzler was sworn in to the force.
It's a great privilege. I mean, every officer, I think, works their hardest to try and get to the position that I'm in today, and I'm very privileged and honored to be in this position right now.
It's honestly an accomplishment. I really feel proud, and it's been very nice.
Congratulations to all the officers that were honored at the ceremony. We can't wait to see all the great work you will continue to contribute to the Shelby Township Police Department. Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle and Oakland County Executive L. Brooks Patterson stood outside the new Amazon facility here in Shelby Township to urge voters against a proposed tax on regional transit. Both elected officials said the counties already have a transportation system which is working just fine. The proposed tax supports the Regional Transit Authority, which is often shortened to RTA. Enacted by the legislature in 2012, the purpose is to provide rapid transportation to areas where nothing exists. Currently, transportation is provided by SMART, and Hackle advised voters to go and vote in August to approve the 1 mil renewal for SMART, not the proposed tax millage on the RTA.
This is not RTA, this is SMART. And I say that because SMART is always getting smarter. They're always helping us provide the solution. And quite honestly, it's a very simple request, but one that I'm worried people are going to think has something to do with the RTA. It has nothing to do with the RTA. In fact, it is, in Macomb County says, the number 1 and number 2 issues in Macomb County, and you can interchange them, are roads and talent attraction. If you think about that, roads, talent, attraction, RTA, that's our RTA needs. That's what we really need, because those other needs we need with transit are being provided, those solutions are being provided by SMART. They're going to continue to connect with other areas, other parts of the region to help them solve their problems as well. But as taxpayers, we want a valued proposition. SMART has always been that valued proposition. This will be on the ballot in August, and it's so important for us to make sure that we understand this has to happen to help not only get senior citizens to and from doctor visits or kids to educational opportunities, but it does actually provide, given an opportunity for workers to get to work, and that's what we need as far as helping our economy here in Macomb County, and this system does help provide that.
The site of the conference was chosen because SMART announced it will be rerouting some of its bus lines to outside of the Amazon facility, hoping to make it more convenient for people to get to work. Throughout 2018, we have been following Macomb County's celebration as they mark their bicentennial. Coming up in a few weeks, the county will do a torch relay beginning at the county building in Mount Clemens. And to mark this special relay, the county revealed a very important aspect to the event. County Executive Mark Hackle will hoist the torch on June 21st to kick off the relay. Since this is a very special and monumental year for the county, the making of the torch wasn't just thought of overnight. It took months of collaboration to get to the one which will be used in the relay.
One of the things we needed, and we kept talking about, is a torch. You know, wouldn't it be kind of neat if we had a torch to run? There were plastic torches with fake lights on it and everything. So we talked to the college, and we realized, you know, with their facilities that they had and the technology and, you know, the educational institution, it was a challenge we put to them to say, is there a way that you can manufacture or bring about make a torch? And they did. I mean, from design to the actual product that we see here, this was created here at Macomb Community College, right here in our backyard.
With the help of many different groups of people, Macomb Community College was the chosen organization to create and mold the torch.
Well, the college was really honored to be able to participate in creating this great symbol of the Macomb's bicentennial. It was a fantastic project for students. It was really their creativity that they investigated the things that were important to the county's heritage, and they really were able to incorporate those features into the torch, which was really fantastic. And they also saw the trials and tribulations of developing a major project, because the original plan was to develop this in metal, and they quickly realized it would just be too darn heavy to carry in a relay. So they were able to identify alternative materials and really enable them to provided both their design and engineering expertise to create something that was meeting what the expectations were of the eventual customer.
The torch relay will kick off at 5:38 a.m. on Thursday, June 21st, and will end at 9:45 p.m. on Friday, June 22nd. The 200-mile relay will go through all 27 communities in the county. For more information, visit macomb200.org. Memorial Day is the time to recognize and remember all those who died while serving and protecting our country. The Shelby Township community came together again this year to commemorate the day and all those lives lost. Our Kyle Warzabach has more from the ceremony.
A Memorial Day ceremony was held at the Shelby Township Veterans Memorial to honor our fallen heroes. Boy Scout Troop 156 led the posting of the colors, while Lakeside Assembly of God Church led the audience in prayer and song.
And Lord, even though it's hot, it's humid, and Lord, it'd be easy to say that we'd rather be in air conditioning. We are reminded of so many of our military men and women who have suffered in the heat of battle, carrying 90-pound backpacks. And so, Lord, we have nothing to complain about.
No, sir.
Lord, we do not kneel, but we stand in honor of our fallen heroes, men and women.
Yes.
And Lord, this day, help us to give them high tribute, high honor.
Yes.
For your word declares that we are to honor those to whom honor is due.
We have the strongest and the best army there is in the world, and the people can see the effect of that at this Memorial Day. That was the meaning of getting this out, because these names that you see etched over here and this granite, they died killing different types of enemies throughout the world. Some of them are coming back to haunt us again. But we can never stand down from them, because these engraved soldiers did stand down. They gave their lives.
The ceremony was dedicated to the memory of Carlo Vendetti, a Shelby Township resident and World War II veteran who passed away in January.
He was in the Pacific during World War II. He jumped all the islands as they were trying to get to Japan. So he fought on all these islands. And his passing, and I believe he was like 91 years old, but his passing, it hurt me. He was my good friend all these years.
On behalf of everyone here at Shelby TV, we want to thank all of those who have served this great country. For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzabach.
Coming up next, we speak to one doctor and learn how you can better manage your allergies. And the Shelby Township Farmers Market is officially open. We take you inside their first Saturday of the season.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
This time of year, allergy sufferers might find themselves with runny noses and watery eyes. Our April Morton tells us why this year was a challenging one for some people with seasonal allergies.
If you're like most people, you probably suffer from seasonal allergies. Some people are seeing this for the very first time. So what exactly is going on? I went and spoke with a specialist to get answers, as well as get advice for some relief.
It is intense for people in the springtime, significantly so, because many times they, during the winter, don't have symptoms. So they're, the windows are closed and, they're cooped in, don't get exposed to the pollen. So when the spring comes around and the blooming of the trees really hit them really hard, and they remember, oh my goodness, these are my allergies kicking on. And
those allergies for some are kicking in for the very first time.
As people are developing, immune systems changing, they can definitely develop, whether early, little kids to teenagers to later on in life, they can definitely develop them later on. So
Dr. Frith says there is a difference between allergies and sinus pressure.
Really, from the standpoint of allergies symptoms. You get the red itchy eyes, you get sneezing, congestion, really drippy nose, and those type of symptoms, as opposed to with the infections, the fevers, chills, really bad sinus pressure, pain. A lot of times they can overlap, but those are really the main ones, the fevers and chills, the sudden onset, and usually it doesn't improve, say, from season to season.
Whether you suffer from allergies or sinuses, the one thing you want is fast relief.
So there's really many ways that we treat allergies. The three main ways are environmental changes. So that's one, finding out your triggers. So knowing, hey, is it springtime or is it the trees? So those environmental changes would be like things, close the windows, keep them, that pollen from outside the house, whether you get air filters. So those environmental changes. Two would be medications, so over-the-counter things that trying the antihistamines like the Zyrtec, Claritin, Allegra, those type of medications, as well as the nose sprays. So the over-the-counter ones, the Flonase, Nasacort, Rhinocort, are all pretty effective, and they can be beneficial, but sometimes you need a little bit more, whether prescriptions can be beneficial. But those are usually the first line. And then the third way we treat allergies are the allergy shots or immunotherapy that not for everyone, but can be really beneficial if not well controlled.
Dr. Frith also says a decongestant can relieve sinus pressure, and if you have any questions, visit an allergist. For Shelby This Week, I'm April Morton.
The Shelby Township Farmers Market opened this past weekend. The market is celebrating 10 years, and our Kia Tyus visited this weekend to get the full scoop on what people can expect throughout the season.
It's day one of the Shelby Township Farmers Market, and they have a lot to offer. Let's check it out.
Farmers Market is kind of farmers market and more. We have a lot of farmers, but then we also have other people, local people that have made things. We've got all different types of vendors that are here, and we have a special children's section so that they can stay busy for a couple minutes, let their parents shop. It's the first day of the season, so it's always a little bit extra hectic, but especially being a holiday weekend too, that's a bit of a challenge. But so far, we haven't seen any raindrops, so I think it's going to be good. Half of the proceeds from the farmers market go to support the Packard Motor Car Foundation, which is the entity that owns the Packard Proving Grounds historic site. So all of the work that is happening out here is helping the restoration work on the site.
The farmers market doesn't just offer produce, but it offers unique items and a cool nature experience.
Well, this is my first time coming to the farmers market, and I just thought it would be a good place to start to display my paintings I do on pallet wood. Most of my things are for inside. The sunflowers, I sell a lot of sunflowers paintings. I do have a bird feeder that you can hang outside. The first time setting up, it was a lot of fun.
We're here representing the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center. We came with our friend here, Sunny, and we're just kind of hanging out and basically spending some time at the farmers market. It's a really great thing that they have going on every week, so we enjoy coming in. Encouraging people to come visit the Nature Center. We've got animals like Sunny here that people can interact with. We do educational programs for all ages.
Of course, great produce is the more popular attraction at the farmers market, but won't you need something to cook that in?
I'm a consultant with Pampered Chef. We are the premier direct seller of high-quality kitchen tools, cooking utensils, entertaining pieces. Most of our products are sold through home parties. I've been to the market. This is probably my 4th or 5th year doing the Shelby Township Farmers Market. I do like it. The people are great. The organization's great.
Oh, God, I bring in all kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables. Some of our local stuff has started, like Michigan asparagus is in now, and we have rhubarb that's in right now. Just seeing all the people that are coming out and enjoying the weather and vendors that are out here, there's a lot to offer.
How can you get more information on everything the farmers market has to offer this season?
Best place to get information is on our website, which is shelbyfarmersmarket.com. Anybody that wants to be a vendor can go there to fill out a vendor application. It's also a good spot to know what are our special events that are coming up.
The Shelby Township Farmers Market is open until October 26th. Head out and see it for yourself. I'm Kia Tyus for Shelby This Week.
That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with more scenes of the splash pad. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.
House.